Alright folks, check this out. We're gonna redo this video because I've been playing around with this and it's a little bit cooler than I thought it was originally. Don't mind the air conditioner blasting in the background, but we're just gonna get right into this. So you're gonna go to ve2dbe.com. Okie dokie. And I had questions as how much does this cost and everything, and I had several questions on it that I thought I had answered, and I went back and checked. I did not answer them. So ve2dbe.com, and this top one right here, Radio Mobile, takes you to this. What you'll do here is create an account right there, and this is free. Okay, don't pay for it, it's free. Create your account, which would be your email again. It'll send you a link. You put that password in, you log on with the temporary password that they send to you in your email, and you're here. Then of course you can change your password and you submit those modifications. Return to the main menu, which is this is the main menu. In your settings you can change the map. OpenStreet Road I think is a default, but you can change it to whatever you want. Alright, and then submit modifications. Just about every page you go to here, you're going to be submitting modifications, but we're going to do this really quickly. Alright, new site. First thing you do is you need a site, so we're going to get a new site. We're going to take this here new site and we're going to plop it on this town here. We're just gonna plop it right over here. You can get it pretty accurately, and as accurate as you want. And you can switch the maps here. Okay, so we can go to the sat map. Now this is an old sat map. I'm gonna go in this pine tree right here. That particular pine tree. Alright, that's the one I want, and we'll submit that. And now it's saying longitude and latitudes there. I'm gonna name that site. It already knows the elevation, so that's cool. I'm gonna name that site GMRS Zello Repeater. Okay, or you could name it whatever you want to name it. You could put a description in there, and if you have a bunch of them, then you could put it in a group also. Now you got your site, and you want to do a coverage. We'll do a new coverage. If you have several sites, this top thing here will have options. Make sure you're doing a coverage for the site you want. But if you only have one, if it's the first one, then it'll be already there. You won't have to worry about it. Antenna height above ground in meters. Okay, mine's gonna be 75 feet. Alright, it's gonna be an Omni. You can do ellipse, whatever yours is. Antenna azimuth, whatever direction is pointed. The tilt, if it happens to be tilting a little bit, and the gain is right there. Alright, now we have that antenna taken care of. Mobile antenna height, or if it's a portable, maybe it's 1.5. But these two are for the basically the stations, the units, and the gain of their antenna's average. Description, it'll populate automatically if you don't put anything there, so we'll just leave it blank. but you could put a description there. This is going to be 462, and we're just going to round it off to 7, 4627, because it'll throw errors if you're outside of certain ranges. 4627 is a good one, so my repeater is 40 watts, and at the duplexer it's probably gonna do about 25. I'm just hoping and praying that it will. I have LMR 400, but it is old and it's got 3 different connections in it. It's kind of messed up. I'm gonna say that there's 10 dB loss in my coax, and that's just to be safe, because I know it's probably not, well, it might be, it could be, but that's the line loss for your coax. If you want to put 3 because you got 100 foot and it's 3 dB for 100 foot, hey, you do that. So that's that. These are the signal strength and the colors of your map. You can make them whatever you want. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And the opacity, I'm gonna do it 25%, just for the fun of it, just to see what it looks like. Alright, and the resolution, we'll do it fast. And so we got everything. We'll submit this. It's gonna process, and it's gonna pop up, and we'll check out some other things as soon as that happens. Dun 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 dun. Now, in my first video about this, I said there wasn't an option to print, but there actually is. Alright, so here's my repeater coverage. That's what it should be if I do everything correctly. And if you already have this antenna put up somewhere, I would personally, what I would like to do is get in my car and drive around. I want to go to this spot right here where it's not so good, and I want to drive through here while I'm talking to somebody on the antenna that is over here, right? And I want to see the signal loss right here. I want to see the signal drop out right here and drop out right here. Okay, and I understand that's a train track, but I want to drive out here and I want to see the signal drop right here. If it does, then I know that this is accurate. If the signal drops out here, if I'm driving out through here and the signal drops out here and all the way to here, it comes back, well, then you can change some things. I'll show you what to do on that. Again, like here, if my signal, see this, it's gonna get a little weaker here, and then here it's gonna drop out a little bit there, it's gonna drop out completely here. You should ride and check that. If you want to be super accurate, just ride around and check that. And if your signal drops out here, then you can, if you have signal all the way through here, just make a note of that, and then you can come back here and modify this coverage. So let's say we drove out there and my signal dropped out right here. It dropped out completely right here, and I didn't have it. I picked it back up right here. Okay, let's modify this coverage. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna simulate a little more line loss. We're gonna add 10 dB of line loss just to make the map right. that's what I'm gonna do. You could take away some wattage in your settings there, or you could add line loss. Both do the same thing. Let's see if it is accurate now, because we drove around we pretended to, and that's what we just did. And we're testing a theory here. All right, it's a little smaller now. All right, but up here, if you look at that. That's closer. So it dropped out completely here, and I picked it back up for a second there. So what I'm gonna do, modify this coverage again, and I'm gonna add just a hair better dB. What was it? 10. We'll do 15. So this should be pretty close here. This should be pretty close. And there is an option. One thing I do need to mention is if you have to add this to your coverages. It's a little weird. It's not super intuitive. But if you don't add it to your coverages, I know I understand that we've already made the coverage and we've already created it and we're viewing it now, we're modifying it, but you can add it to my coverages. See that? But hold on, let's make sure we're good here. Alright, I like this. So it drops out good here, picks it back up around in here. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. That map is fairly accurate. There's a dropout right here. Yep, that's accurate. That happens when you go out that way. Okay, so I'm happy with this map. This is pretty accurate. I'm pleased. So now we can add this to my coverages. You add it to your coverages, it goes away. And it's over here, my coverages. See my coverages? You click on that. Then you choose the one that you just made. If you only have one, there will only be one. You choose the coverage that you just made. View this coverage. Here's your coverage. You can change the maps if you wanna. You can do that there. You can zoom in, zoom out. This shows you the, you got half microvolts purple and up to 1.5 microvolts or more is red-ish colored. Okay, so there you go. Here's your descriptions. This is your everything we entered. So we'll return to my coverages, and now we have this, the one we just made, selected. You can do a new coverage from this, so you can take this information that you already have, change it right here. Like if you want to say, well, let's make 2 maps. We'll make this one, and we'll add. We'll see what it's going to do with 100 watts, and you can do that. Or you can raise or lower your antenna, or you could change the line loss and gain or lose dB line loss, RX and TX line loss. So there's that. I'm going to cancel that because I don't want to make a new so my coverages. Now the other thing that you can do here is what I didn't know before. Print a coverage report. There's the coverage report. And the image generation and loading image is down there. There you go. There's that. And there's your image. So we can just print this. Pop, just like that. Of course mine's going to print the PDF and save it. But if I go to find it, I don't really know exactly where it just printed it. Where did that go? I did not look at where that went. I need to see where it went.
Good morning. The time is
It is
5:30 a.m.
early in the morning right now.
KW4.
Alright, so there it is. saving it as a PDF, and it saved it to my music folder. Okay, well, that's not what I wanted it to do, but it's okay because I know how to change it. We'll go to my music folder and get that PDF. Okay, so that you can go, just make sure you save it where you can find it, right? And then you have it, you can print it. Here it is. This is what it looks like. If I can get my little mouse to work right. Alright, so there's your little printable map. Or you could take that and post it on Facebook or whatever it is you want to do with it. There's your report. You really don't need this part. If there's a new repeater and you got it posted online or something like that, then you can add this picture here there with it, so that people can see, where it works. They can also try it out and give you reports and all kind of stuff. There's lots of good reasons for doing that. So there's that, and that is what I wanted to show you. So we'll return to the main menu. Is it gonna let me? Yeah, it'll let me do that again if I want to. Cool. So there's that. You can have a new antenna type. You can upload antenna whatever. There's multiple coverages. I'm not sure if you have like lots and lots and lots of them. That's a good way to find them, I guess. Let's hit submit and see what it does. No selection. Okay, well. Multiple links. Okay, so links are different from coverages, I guess. But they're basically the same because you're linking instead of, I don't know. Anyway, so you can print it, and there's your stuff. So, copy that. Hope y'all have a good night, good day, good everything. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Love yous.